Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Southpaw's Tales to the Bar Stool. You might hear a little something different in the background. Happy May the 4th to you.
And Revenge of the Fifth.
That's tomorrow.
Obviously, yes.
But yeah, so today is the Star Wars Day. May the 4th be with you.
Yes.
Of course, we're nerds and we gotta do it that way. So we have Cadawan the Padawan over to my right. And I am your host, C3JDO. Because we're absolutely retarded, and that's the way we do things here.
As a reminder, this is pre-recorded. We're actually recording on the 3rd, which is actually Mismatched Shoe Day. Just so y'all are aware.
So yeah, yesterday for you guys, today for us was Mismatched Shoe Day.
Yes.
Speaking of shoes, man, I got a pair of those Hey Dudes. And if you haven't gotten Hey Dudes yet, holy fuck.
Please sponsor us, Hey Dudes, because I want more.
Oh, yeah. I will wear them every
more.
day of my life.
Yeah, every day.
But we're not going to do all night about Star Wars. We just wanted to do the introduction with that. Their drink is going to be revolving around that. We are actually doing more messed up news from around the world because humanity never ceases to amaze with its stupidity. If you are commenting live, and we please ask that you do, make sure that you go to StreamYard.com/Facebook. Give them permission to see your name. It doesn't do anything else on Facebook except allow us to see who is commenting.
Yes.
So yeah, don't forget you can find all of our previous episodes on YouTube and all of your favorite podcasting platforms under the same name, Southpaw's Tales from the Bar Stool.
If you do not, we will call you Sweaty Loincloth.
Sweaty Loincloth it is. And then what do we do after you go and you search for these things?
Oh, so then you were going to give the like button a Mississippi mud hook.
A Mississippi mud hook. You're going to have to look it up in Urban Dictionary. Then you're going to go ahead and give that share button the strawberry shortcake. Yeah, go look that one up.
Don't even tell me. I don't even want to know. If it's got red in it, it's never good.
Yeah, never, ever good.
Ever good.
So we're going to go ahead and start with our drink of the night, which Kat made up. It's called the BB-8, and I'll let her take it over from here.
I haven't even tried it yet. I just totally made it up off the top of my head. BB is going to stand for Berry Berry 8. So we've got a couple of things that are going to add the berry flavor. So I'm going to start with my shaker cup. We're going to start with our Ciroc. We've got the red berry Ciroc vodka, and we're going to do 3/4 of a shot of that. Oh, my Lanta, doing this and having a microphone.
Now you know how I feel every time I have to make drinks over here. It's not as easy as it looks to make drinks with the microphone in your face.
A little extra.
And headphone cord.
We're gonna see how far this goes because I'm making it the way I say there. So we did 3/4 of an ounce of the Ciroc red berry vodka. Next, I'm gonna do the sour cherry liqueur, which today I have. My parents always get me the best sour cherry liqueur. I couldn't find it here in Corpus, so I'm just using some. It's like a half sour, half sweet cherry vodka that is pucker. Everyone's known cherry pucker. Everyone.
And on the screen where it says 1/5, it's not 1/5 of an ounce. It's supposed to be 1.5 ounce.
1.5 ounce.
That's a typo on my part because I'm a fucking
yes.
professional and I proofread the shit out of stuff after it's too late.
Yeah, good for you, man.
And I love how you're doing precise pours and then just a little extra.
I'm doing extra because it's going to be for both of us. Yeah. And yeah. I don't give a
little heavy elbow. Never hurt anybody.
I don't know.
Never hurt anybody at all.
Smells good.
So while she's been doing this, make sure you tell us what you're drinking tonight, even if it's non-alcoholic. We always love to see what you're doing, what gets your engine going.
My boobs
I've
are
actually
shaking.
been doing, instead of getting energy drinks for work, I've been doing powdered pre-workout that I'm mixing into my water. I probably drink more than I'm supposed to every night shift, but it gets me going and it's way less expensive because you got to trim the budget sometimes.
Dink. Okay. And then we're going to top it off with Sprite. Babe, yours probably going to be a little watered down because your ice was melting. I was drinking my water, my melted ice. We had to go get ice for the show. Our ice machine decided to be stupid.
No, we have children and nobody and not me left the freezer door open just enough for everything
basically
defrosted. So it was super
now
awesome.
I'm going to mix it up a little. I garnished with the cherry. We're stirring it up. This might suck. This might be awesome. We're about to find out in 3, 2, 1.
Cheers. Okay, that's pretty fucking tasty.
That is fucking good.
I was really, when he told me cranberry, I'm like, fuck. I'm not a cranberry fan. Like, I can do it every now and again.
Damn, that's good.
That's fucking delicious.
It is like you got the tartness from the cranberry and the sweetness from the vodka and the sour from the cherry. It's like
that's actually really refreshing
this
since
is
I just
really
mowed the
good.
front lawn too. And yeah, this is definitely going to cool me off some.
and it's gonna be the first of many. Damn it.
So before we get into the weird, strange, funky news from all around the world, mostly Florida, because Florida never ceases
Florida
to
is
give
fucking
us.
crazy.
Florida gives us a lot of material. But we're gonna go ahead and do our sponsors real quick. And of course, as always, 5x5 Brewing is our top sponsor. 5x5 Brewing Company. They're Battleborn, Texas-made veteran brewing company based in Mission, Texas, co-founded by Army vet George Rice, with beers like the 40mm Stout, Brunette Bombshell, and Fubar. It's no surprise this brewery is taking over the Texas markets from the Valley to the Coastal Bend, all the way up into the Hill Country and Austin area, and all the way over to Bryan College Station now. So make sure you ask your local bar, restaurant, or grocer to start carrying 5x5 Company today. You can find them at 5x5brewing.com, facebook.com/5x5brewing. Call them directly at 956-445-5421 or email them at info@5x5brewing.com. Our next faithful sponsor, they've been sponsoring us for a while, is OMOG Construction, founded by Marine vet Seth Knox and his buddy Matt Anders. They're general contractors servicing the greater Houston, Texas area with a focus on concrete.
Oh, they're servicing them all right.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the greater Houston area.
But their concrete isn't just like stupid fucking like we're pouring you a sidewalk. Like it's fucking artful
I mean, they
concrete.
can do that too.
I mean, they can, but it's high quality shit. And then they do pay me to say that, but they weren't paying me to say that extra bit. I get paid to read this part. But no job too big or too small, from residential and commercial to industrial foundations and pads. OMOG Construction has you covered. You can find them at omogco.com. That's omaco.com. Facebook.com/OMOGCO or Instagram OMOGCO. And what's that stand for?
One Mexican, one Wedo. Wedo is white boy.
In what language?
Spanish.
It's Spanish slang. That's right.
Spanish.
And then I've kind of dropped the ball on giving these guys credit because they have to listen to this shit show every week.
Oh, yeah.
And make sure it sounds good to put it onto all of your favorite podcasting platforms. But editing and distribution is all done by Knucklehead Media Group. It was founded by Marine veteran Stephen Colon. They cover all your podcasting and media needs, from audio and video editing to strategy planning and global online distribution. This professional team of experts take your idea and make it a reality while providing the knowledge and expertise to help you grow your audience and reach. You can get them at knucklehead.agency, or Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram is all knuckleheadmg. No spaces, no underscores, no nothing like that. Just knuckleheadmg. Phenomenal stuff. They can actually they have an entire network of podcasts that they cross promote. Yeah, just great stuff. They put up with our shit week in and week out because with the stuff we say, I mean,
yeah,
it's not okay most of the time, and we haven't been canceled yet.
And if you are actually watching us and not listening, you will realize that I have chopped 12 inches of my hair off. It's freaking gone. So now, hopefully, having these hot ass things on my ears, I won't be sweating as much. That would be real nice, but we'll see. Maybe
Man, not. You should have done the Leia things before you chopped off your hair for the.
Well, now you tell me it's too freaking late.
It's too late. But let's go ahead and get on with it. So, we do this several times every season. Y'all can't seem to get enough of it. We love doing it. It's just absolutely fun going through.
And JD and I, for the first time ever, went through. So we go and make our lists separately. We don't see them until right before the show, just to make sure we're not having any repeaters. I have 11. He has 10, and none of them wound up being the same.
Yeah,
which is
never
great.
happened before.
No, it does not happen ever. But yeah, it's awesome. It's good. It's all good.
So do you want to start, or you want me to start? Padawan.
Well, C3P JD, you can go ahead.
Okay, so it's CP JDO. I don't know why I said it like that.
I'm not doing that.
Oh, I'm fucking
I'm
retarded.
not fucking
Oh,
doing
I really want
I'm
you to
doing
now.
CPJD. That's what I'm doing.
You got to say that. Oh.
CPJD.
Oh. Okay, so this happened in Jerusalem.
Fun. Already good. I don't know.
What? This was last week in Jerusalem. There's actually videos circulating online, so you can look for it, where you see passengers in an airport ducking for cover, running, screaming, just chaos and panic, which I kind of thrive on. But
Do you?
apparently somebody visited Golan Heights, which is Israel captured Golan Heights from Syria in the 1967 war. Blah 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 blah. It's basically become just a big touristy place. A lot of history. I mean, there's history not just from this century, last century, but going all the way back to biblical times and prior. But somebody found an unexploded tank shell, like
What?
Bomb,
From what
like-
era?
70s, 80s era, and tried to smuggle it through the airport to go home
Oh
to
my
have a
gosh.
souvenir. So it was a
Seriously?
gigantic bomb scare.
Where were they going? Florida?
Probably Florida. Yes.
I bet they drive a Buick. Sons of
Oh,
bitches.
fucking Buick. Buick's gonna sue the shit out of us.
Yeah, probably.
I'm pretty sure their budget for lawyers is about the same as ours
Yeah, probably.
because it's fucking Buick.
Yeah,
They
probably.
haven't had a good car since the Grand National. But at least one person was injured during this whole process, and it was they were trying to run on the luggage conveyor belt to get away.
Seriously?
Yeah.
So there's just
I could just see like some Scooby-Doo shit where you're like running in full sprint, staying in the same place with that.
So stupidity is global. Got it. Now I feel so much better
I mean, it was
about our
probably-
country. So much better about our country.
But yeah, so yeah, if you find a bomb, regardless what country it is,
Yeah.
you see something, say something. Don't take it to the airport.
No. Like seriously, who is like, you know what? I like this bombshell. I'm gonna take it home.
Yeah, people are fucking idiots.
Yeah, they really are.
But
that's real
I'm
fun.
so glad they did it though, because I thoroughly enjoyed reading that fucking article.
Yeah, no, that's pretty bad. So I'm going to take us to the UK. So there is this married couple there that so the wife had a full-time job. She decided to create an OnlyFans account. Her husband was getting really jealous of all the time she was spending on the phone. She wound up quitting her job because she was making decent money on it, more than she was making at her job. Well, he decided to join her. So they actually started, they called themselves, I guess this is a part of the group, this adult platform on OnlyFans called the Yorkshire Swingers. And he decided to join her, and they dress up like Tarzan and Jane.
Swingers, Tarzan, Jane. It's awesome.
Isn't that funny? So now they make £10,000 a month dressing up like Tarzan and Jane.
That's actually not a lot for OnlyFans. I mean, from
That's
the stories
in
that you hear.
American, it's like $14,000 a month. That's a lot of money. And in this part of England they live in, it is like it set them up like he quit his job too, and that's all they fucking do.
I mean, if we were
So-
making 14 grand a month, we'd quit our jobs.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm probably not going to join OnlyFans to do it.
She said
but
probably. We have a chance.
Probably.
You have a
What, you want me
chance.
to do the
There's
Tarzan
an
and
op-
Jane?
There's a little bit of an opportunity. You might be able to see her good.
Okay. This is how we would do it. I'd be Tarzan, you'd be Jane. And we would
You would
dominate.
look awesome in a loincloth.
I know, right? No. That's why I made the nickname the loincloth. The sweaty loincloth.
The sweaty loin.
So yeah, for the most part, they have gotten some like amazing reviews, but of course, there's always those negative comments and stuff. And she was like, "Oh, they're just so mean sometimes." Girl, shut the fuck up! You're getting paid
You're getting paid to show your butthole.
£10,000 a month just for dressing up like Jane, like dressing up in a loincloth and crap. Get over it. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. They're not making nearly as much money as
Just-
you. It's fine.
Total side note.
What's
that? ADD brain, how you hear one thing and it takes you from A to B to Z, like that. Well, they're making great money doing that, and good for them. I'll never disparage that. But to these assholes that want fucking $15 an hour
Oh, are you getting into politics?
to flip
Burgers. Okay. Move.
there's strippers that'll show you their butthole for $1.
Yeah, and if they bleach their butthole, it's called
Changing your ringtone. I'll let that one stew for a
it's
second.
a little less brown now.
Yeah, you're changing your ringtone.
Tone.
That way, if you didn't catch it the first time, your ringtone.
Tone. You got it. Fine.
So to the guys at Knucklehead, we appreciate you editing, distributing this every week, listening to this.
Talking about the ringtones.
So you shop at Family Dollar?
I do.
I'm sure many of you
I
people
do. Not often,
shop at Family
but
Dollar.
Yeah, have I? Sure.
I'm pretty sure you're going to stop shopping at Family Dollar after you hear this, because the entire state of Arkansas, the state government of Arkansas, is suing Family Dollar
Okay.
over the discovery of more than 1,000 rodents in a distribution facility in the state that prompted the discount retail chain to recall items. But basically, I'm going to paraphrase the rest of this article.
Rodents?
So, there were complaints about rodents in the distribution warehouse. Now, that's not the store itself. That's the place that actually stocks the stores. So that's where all your non-perishables, perishables, your toiletries, everything goes through this warehouse.
That's gross.
So after the complaints were done and the state went in there to do inspections, closed the place down because they found a lot of evidence of it, and they sent in what the hell is it called? A fumigating company, and more than 1,100 dead rodents were recovered. There were birds. There were dead rodents before found in various states of decay, quote unquote. Ugh. Rodent feces, birds, and bird droppings.
Nope.
They closed 404 stores in 6 states: Alabama, Arkansas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Missouri, and Tennessee. So numerous products that were there are all going to have to be thrown away. And so Family Dollar is about to they're going to go tits up probably because of this.
When I do go, it's more like when they have discounts on like laundry detergent and dog food. But I've even realized even with their discounts, it's not really a discount. You're really just paying for the convenience of having it around the corner from the house.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Yeah. Per ounce, a lot of the stuff is more expensive or equal price.
But it's convenient because it's so quick to get in and out as opposed to going to Super Walmart or HEB. They're huge, bigger stores where you have to like navigate and it takes a while. That's it.
So
but now I won't be going because that's disgusting.
This is airing May the 4th, 2022.
Yes.
The news article was dated from last week. The facility has known of the rodent problem since at least January 2020. A bunch of individual suits have been filed as well,
which means individuals have found the rodent.
Yeah. So Arkansas lawsuits seek up to $10,000 per product distributed over the last 2 years.
You know what's fun about this though? I can like drive by and like, you rat bastards, and actually mean it. Yay!
But that's what you're getting for the discount stores. Like,
I smell a rat.
Rats. Like, I can deal with snakes. I'm not a fan of snakes, but I can deal with them. I can deal with spiders. I can deal with all kinds of shit. But rats, rodents, mice.
I don't want them in my food. That's fucking gross. That's a real gross. No thanks.
Yeah, that's a big no.
Yeah, no. All right, let's go to Peru for a second. So
that sounds fun.
There was a car accident involving a woman and her 2 cousins. Her 2 cousins were pronounced dead at the scene. She was taken to the hospital where she was pronounced dead there. So a few days later, they're having her funeral and there's banging from inside the coffin. She's alive. The woman is alive inside of her coffin. So she was making, enough gestures to try to push the door open, everything, but was kind of in and out of it. So they transported her to the hospital. They put her on a ventilator. She died a few days later. She succumbed to her injuries. But from what they're saying from the autopsy, if she had been treated for those injuries the first time, she would have survived if they hadn't have accidentally pronounced her dead.
So they didn't.
They did not.
They didn't.
Nope.
Take anything out of her. No, they were just going to bury her
I
as
guess
is.
that costs more money, and so the family doesn't.
Well, yeah, it's a fucking sham.
This
That's
is
how they get
not
more money.
America. This isn't in America. This isn't Peru.
Well, even in America,
So
you can ask
the
to not have that
family
shit done.
now has opened up an investigation, and I think they've got quite a good case against that hospital. So yes, so her family had to grieve her loss twice. That's really sad. Isn't that awful? So
ADD brain here.
Yeah, it's really sad. Sorry, I'm a whole Debbie Downer today, aren't I?
So at my funeral,
Yeah, man.
somebody had better bring in a loudspeaker and play "Pop Goes the Weasel" while everybody stares at my coffin.
Ding, 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 ding,
Oh,
ding, ding, ding. That is just, oh my god!
But it's got to be like a real slow.
And then from the back of the room,
version.
we'll have Fritz like barge in and scare the fuck out of everybody. That would be so funny. Terrible, but real funny.
Terrible.
And one of your friends would be more than willing to do it.
Oh, yeah.
More than willing to like jump out of a door.
Yeah, I need volunteers. Put in the comments
in
if you
the
want to volunteer to
pews
be
and
the Pop Goes the Weasel guy. Put in the comments, Pop Goes the Weasel guy.
No. Oh my god. So yeah, your turn. Now that we know what your funeral is gonna look like.
Oh, that's just part of what I've got in the will for my funeral.
Jesus, Mary and Joseph.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, this one's actually not a funny one. This one kind of pisses me off.
Oh, great.
But
stop pushing buttons.
We're good. So this in Florida.
Of course.
Fucking Florida. Florida man was sentenced to 2 years in federal prison for using his twin brother's stolen identity to obtain tens of thousands of dollars in military veteran benefits. This gentleman did not serve in the military. His brother did. His brother
what a piece of shit.
Yeah, his brother had served, was out on honorable conditions. He stole his ID and used it to purchase a house, get housing subsidies, agricultural funded nutritional benefits, basically all kinds of shit. And basically, I'm kind of pissed off at the judicial system because that son of a bitch should have been put in jail for a lot longer than 2 fucking years. The brother did come out saying that he had absolutely no clue that any of this is happening, and he testified against the brother.
Good. He should.
Yeah. So yeah.
He took his fucking benefits. What a piece of shit.
So yeah. What a piece of fuck.
So speaking of like stealing benefits and shit.
All right.
There's
nice segue.
There's this woman out of Georgia who was pregnant. She wasn't pregnant.
She was just fat.
No. She was wearing a fake belly. She wanted the maternity leave paid. Not only did she do it once, she did it 3 fucking times.
What?
Yeah, she did it 3 fucking times. Faked 3 pregnancies, had 3 kids, sent out pictures of kids that weren't hers, to the point where then they found out one of her coworkers said that the belly like separated from her body. So they realized it was a fake belly. So they reported it. When they started investigating, her boyfriend, who was the baby daddy, called in testifying that he was the dad and then he has the kids and stuff. Yeah, it was her too. It was her too.
The boyfriend was her?
The boyfriend was her. Yeah. So, yes. So she took 3 different maternity leaves with this company. And apparently
with the same company. She worked for the same company the whole time.
It was the same company. It was the same company, and it was a like state or government job. So it's a federal offense that she just did. Yeah. So not only did she take FMLA falsely, and she also created a fake identity, which is fraud. So she's like stacked up all of these things against her. So yeah. So she even had like pictures, but she was sending pictures of her baby, but all of them had different skin tones.
I have to say, I'm kind of impressed by the creativity and the tenacity to live that lie for so long. I mean, you're having to live that lie. 3 kids. Let's say they're all Irish twins.
No, get this. It gets worse.
What?
She came back before she found out about the investigation. She came back to work and within 3 months said she was pregnant again. So she was going to do it a 4th time. And she's never been pregnant ever. There's no medical record of her being pregnant, having a baby, registering a child. Nada. She faked it all. 3 kids.
I mean, she's looking at least 4 years of this lie. Or these lies, these compound lies. So, I mean, the tenacity that it takes to live that.
Yeah. So she, in theory, had her first kid in 2019. The next one in 2020. This one was 2021 and was due in 2022 with her.
Her fake boyfriend can't pull out of a driveway.
Yeah. So there's that. Yeah. So,
holy shit.
Isn't she great? Yes. And part of, like I said, the belly separating was one thing. And they said inconsistencies in the pictures of the kids was the second one, where she'd send pictures of her kids, but they had same kid, differing skin tones. So they were like, these are not the same kid.
The Sears catalog watermark in the corner of the picture.
Right, something. So yeah, that's what tipped off her coworkers who reported it, and now she's facing multiple felonies. I hope it was worth it, bitch. I hope that. So I guess in Georgia, it used to be 12 weeks you got maternity leave, so she got that with her first 2. Recently, it's changed. So the last one she got was only 7 weeks. Oh, that poor bitch.
Oh, that poor bitch.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of retarded women, have I got a story for you?
Excuse me? She's clever.
So, Longwood, Florida. Yeah. A lot of these are from Florida. Thank you, Florida, for keeping my podcast alive.
Oh my gosh.
So, a 42-year-old Florida bride was arrested and accused, along with the caterer, of serving her guests unknowingly pot-laced food. So the bride knew, the caterer knew, but the guests did not know, which is when I said unknowingly. So the guests were complained of feeling stoned. Several of them were taken to the hospital and treated, which raised questions. How do you treat somebody for being stoned besides Funyuns, Skittles, and Mountain Dew?
I know, right? And then, yeah. Then what? Okay, give it time. It wears off. It's not lethal. Yeah. Do you want me to put Scooby-Doo on? No.
But a detective wrote in the report that the guests had not been warned about the cannabis-laced food, and one of the guests testified to having a hard time operating a cell phone, while others felt paranoid.
I couldn't use my fucking cell phone.
And I guess another guest testified that after feeling stoned, she asked the bride if there was weed in the food, and the bride smiled, giggled, and said yes.
Oh, shit.
Oh yeah, by the way.
Okay, look. If you're gonna lace people's food, weed is kind of funny. But you did drug them. You did drug your family and friends. Come on now.
Hey, Cardi B got away with it.
That wasn't her family and friends. That was dudes that wanted to bang her, and she wanted to steal money from them. And somehow that's more socially acceptable.
Yeah. Now my thing is like, okay, who went back and just had a random fucking drug test and had to explain that to their HR?
Well, if there was a report against it,
I know, but still having to explain that to HR. Can you imagine having that conversation?
Nope.
I mean, that's just. Yeah, that's got to be really fucked up.
That is real funny, though. I mean, it's sad and it's terrible. And how dare her? But it's still kind of funny.
They took samples of the food, and samples that tested positive for THC were chocolate covered strawberries, pudding shot desserts. I guess it's like pudding inside shot glasses or something. Lasagna.
I made lasagna for
Yeah.
dinner tonight. I should have put weed in it.
Yeah, you should have.
I didn't know you could put weed in lasagna.
Well, now we know.
Now I know.
And knowing is half the battle.
I guess.
Man, I'm still full, but I want more lasagna.
That is exactly what you said tonight.
That is exactly what
That
I
is
said.
like almost verbatim what you said.
Did you lace lasagna?
I would never drug my kids.
So if any of you watching live in Florida,
Yeah.
just thank you. or listening. I'm sorry. I keep forgetting about the listeners. I'm such an asshole. But if you're listening and you're from Florida, just thank you.
We bow down.
I thank your people. I thank your people for just
They're real entertaining.
giving us so much to work with.
Really entertaining. So my turn. Yay.
Yeah.
So this guy, as a kid, created an imaginary friend with his computer. He gave it a background story. He programmed it to respond to him, to, generalized comments. How's your day? Things like that. And he gave it this crazy, weird backstory of being a World War II survivor. So he decided to recreate, and I guess this was years ago. He was a kid. So now he's a grown man, and he decides to do it with this microwave and to recreate his childhood friends with the same background story, programs, responses, things like that. The problem is he went a little too in depth with this background story.
How do you program a microwave to respond?
I can show you a picture. He actually created a computerized system that goes along with the microwave. You see? So he decided to
Why are all the nut jobs so fucking talented?
So he did this when he was young, and now he's redoing this, and said he befriended him again and named him Magnetron. Okay, it's kind of funny. So yeah, I'm sorry, World War I veteran. He was a World War I veteran. The problem is he trained him for specific things, but then when he started responding, he gave him all this information from when he was a kid, so he was adding to it. So the microwave started making some odd comments about his childhood and he basically gave his microwave PTSD. So he started making comments. For years, this was my life, always surrounded by death, but never claimed by it. That was one of the comments he made that was not programmed. Where's the other ones? When asked about the hair-raising comments he was making and incidences, and he was trying to get the owner to put his head in the microwave so he could start it and try to kill him. And he kept repeating the word revenge over and over and over every time he was asked. And he was asked if he could, hey, how about you give me a poem? And he's like, okay, roses are red, violets are blue. You're a backstabbing bitch and I will kill you. The microwave was mad because he felt abandoned by this kid for years. And it was really fucking weird, but the microwave was trying to fucking kill him. So I'm trying to find the other comments. It's brutal.
I'd be like, shut up, Frigidaire, and make my fucking Hot Pocket, bitch.
He said, you left out of the blue and didn't talk to me for 15 fucking years. Yeah. Yeah. So this guy.
Are you sure that he programmed this and it wasn't possessed by an actual World War I
don't
ghost?
know, because that's the thing. He was just like, whoa. Another thing that he said that was not programmed. I have seen men holding their guts with their own hands, crying out for their own mothers. It was like, what the fuck? So yeah.
He had to have programmed that stuff in. There's no way around it, regardless what he claims.
Well, he had to.
He
had to shut it down because, like I said, it kept telling him to put his head in the microwave. He tried to close the microwave door, and tried to kill him.
I question the mental stability of a man who makes a friend out of a microwave.
But I was like, how in depth did he go with programming the atrocities of World War I into a fucking microwave? What? I don't understand this. But hey, there you go. So some fucking guy programmed a microwave and it tried to kill him. You dummy.
That's just
seriously. Have you not watched any fucking show? Any show at all? Do you not realize what happens? What is it? Terminator. Terminator's a big one. You see what fucking happens. Come on now. Why?
Yeah,
Why?
don't make friends with microwaves. They're just bad people.
Apparently, they're fucking pissed. Very dark, very crazy. Kind of.
I'm really struggling to just say anything about that. I'm trying to wrap my brain around it all still.
I know. That's the thing. I was like, what? So like some of the responses, like I said, he put this like artificial intelligence in him and gave him like, random responses to generalized questions and stuff, but also gave him this backstory and all this information about his childhood and about World War One, because he's a World War One veteran, and so that he could make some educated responses on his own. But the responses were coming out were evil and vindictive and vengeful, and it was fucking crazy. So yeah, he gave his microwave PTSD.
That's I can't say I am at a complete fucking loss on that one.
Yeah.
I don't even have anything witty to say. Like I can't do it.
I don't know either. That's why I brought it up, because I was like, I was reading this article like, what the fuck? And I just read like, a fucking microwave? Why? You want to you want to have an imaginary friend who gives you testicular cancer? Is that what you want? Like, I mean, no. Stupid.
Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and move on, because I'm just...
Oh, yeah. Please do.
Like, I'm legitimately going to be pondering that later.
Please move on to something that's relevant to that. Oh, there is nothing, because it's fucking crazy.
So, Washington, D.C.
Yeah.
Already
crazy.
Deals with politics, but I'm not getting into politics. So, Representative Amy Barra, Democratic representative from California, was going to Capitol Hill to vote on some whatever things they're voting on right now.
Mm-hmm.
Don't care, because I don't care if Democrat, Republican, you're all full of shit, whatever. Not getting political. But on the way to Capitol Hill, she got bit by a fox. Like, legitimately, the animal, a fox.
What?
In the city, in the middle of Washington, D.C. She got bit by a fox.
Oh my God.
Or excuse me, he
got bit by a fox.
He got bit by a fox.
All right.
He felt something lunge at him from behind as he walked near one of the Senate office buildings. He turned using his umbrella to fend off what he thought would be a small dog, but soon realized he was tangling with the fox. He told reporters that I guess it lasted about 15 seconds. Bystander yelled and ended up scaring the fox off. U.S. Capitol Police got to the scene. A medical doctor found puncture wounds, or didn't see any puncture wounds. I'm sorry. There were some abrasions. So they ended up treating him for rabies at Walter Reed Medical Center. Rabies, if you don't know, it's a series of shots to your stomach for that shit.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, I've never had it, but I've heard of it. Yeah. Apparently they're painful. Like the rabies shots.
Of course.
I hear they're painful.
Fox News enjoyed covering this.
Was that a joke? That could not be a real thing. Shut the fuck up. That is so funny. No. Yes. Oh my God. That is.
So yes, Fox News did find all kinds of humor in covering the fact that a Democrat representative was bit by a fox on the way to a vote.
So funny. Covered by Fox News.
But apparently the House Sergeant at Arms had been telling lawmakers and staffs recently that there have been multiple recent fox encounters, and
we have a fox problem.
So the representative, though, harbored no ill will towards the culprit, and he was quoted as saying, "Hopefully, the animal can be relocated."
It's a disease attacking people. He needs free medical coverage to cover this disease.
He was born that way. The fox was born that way. It wasn't a choice.
So this happened a few years ago, but they covered it because I guess the guy, like, I don't know. Anyway, it was funny. Anyway, I don't give a fuck when it happened, but it happened like 5 years ago, and I never heard of it until now. Apparently, in a Japanese airport, they have like these shops. They have shops in every airport. Okay, no big deal. But
Duty free store.
can I talk? Damn.
Sure.
And in one of these, don't you got that look on your face like you're gonna interrupt me?
Just tell the story.
Stop your shit. Don't look at me in that tone of voice. That's how Nolan got
You want to
here.
go?
You want to make something of it? So one of these stores is a massage chair store. So I guess a guy went in to use one of these massage chairs, fell asleep, and they locked him in.
Oh shit.
So in order to get out, he had to Twitter his friends so that they could contact someone to get him out. He was locked in for hours.
He had to tweet his friends.
Twitter his friends.
Twitter is
They had to Twitter. He'd had to tweet. He gotta tweet those friends.
To-
I don't fucking know.
to tweet is
He had to
the
twiddle.
action of it.
He had to
He
twiddle his
twiddles.
friend. He probably twiddled himself. If I was stuck in a massage chair place, I'd be like,
I'd be letting the massage chairs twiddle me.
exactly. That's exactly what I was going to do. So, yeah. And the manager apologized for his employees missing the sleeping man and leaving him in there and locking him in. Yeah.
Dude, I would have been breaking fucking doors.
Yeah. So, yeah. Yeah. In an airport, locked in a storefront of massage chairs. Yep. Passed out. Poor guy.
I can just imagine it. It's like you have some lonely janitor cleaning the bathroom in the airport terminal, and you just hear this sad, exhausted voice from down the hall. Hello, anybody?
I hate to be a bother.
Somebody, I don't know where I am, but help me.
The article did not say anything about him like missing a flight or anything. So, because that was my next question was like, if he was waiting on a flight and like passed out, got locked in and stuff and missed his flight, I'd be like, dude, I'd be real shitty. But yeah.
And where was that? That was in
Japan.
Japan.
Yep. That was in Japan.
So going from Asia to Europe, we're gonna go to Berlin, Germany.
Super. Do
I would have thought that this story came from Florida, but no, it's German. But this 60-year-old man. Well, I'm gonna backtrack just a little bit. They're gonna deal with COVID. I don't care what your opinion is on COVID. I'm not gonna share mine. We all have our opinions. That's not what this episode or this section is about. I'm just gonna give you a little bit of factual things around COVID. In Germany, they have to have the travel passports showing that they've had up-to-date vaccinations, X amount of vaccinations, boosters, etc. So this 60-year-old man had himself vaccinated 90 times. But it wasn't because he was scared of COVID. He was capitalizing on it. He was getting vaccinated, having the cards filled out, but using somebody else's name on the card.
Oh shit!
And selling them. So he was physically getting vaccinated to sell the cards so that they are authentic vaccination cards
Oh my god!
to other people so that they can travel around the country and the continent.
Vaccinated.
They're
Got
vaccinated
it.
even though they are not. So this dude did it. But I really wish he said how much he was getting paid to do this.
Yeah, I'd like to know that too. And why did he fess up to all that? I mean, surely that's like a federal crime wherever, whatever country you're in. That's probably not a good thing. If they're requiring vaccinations, you're getting them for other people. That's fraud. So why own up to that many?
Well, he hasn't been arrested yet or detained. He is under investigation for unauthorized issuance of vaccination cards and document forgery.
Okay.
But the rest of this article goes into a lot of divisive topics of COVID that I'm not going to get into. But I just found it so strange, or just not just strange, just like the only words I think was "holy fuck." This dude got a needle 90 fucking times.
No, that's just dumb.
Yeah.
I mean, but hey, there's those people that do the medical research projects for cash because they're broke. So, I mean, it's kind of the same thing. I mean, he'll be like, how they give like an excessive amount of sweet low to rats, and they're like, oh my god, they have cancer. You gave an ungodly amount to them. Okay, so you give me an ungodly amount of sweet and low, I'm gonna get cancer too. Okay,
Why is your piss phosphorescent?
so like they need to test him. What kind of long-term effects is he going to have? Because that should show us that like got 1 or 3 vaccinations or whatever, potentially what the worst case scenario is. So they need to be testing this fuckhead. That's all I'm saying.
So I asked
That's
that
his
you please
punishment.
don't get any COVID debates in the comments, anything like that. We try to
We're
stay
one
pretty.
of each. I got vaccinated. He's against the vaccines. We don't want to hear it. Honestly,
Don't give a fuck.
Honestly, we believe in your personal freedoms. You do you, man. You do you.
Yeah, I just don't want the debates to happen.
Yeah,
This
no,
is a debate
No,
free zone, so
no. You do you.
we don't want to deal with the political crap of that.
Nope.
Moving forward.
Well, you were talking about Florida, and I want to bring something up. Did you know that in late April, so the end of last month,
week?
yeah, so last week, they announced they have created a cereal that should be eaten with orange juice and not milk. It is called Tropicana Crunch, and it is specifically made to be eaten with orange juice.
Did they taste like a bunch of have a bunch of stoners like taste test it? Like, would you eat this with orange juice?
I don't know.
Like, yeah, man.
I don't know.
Hey,
so
man, you got any more of that crunch?
But their comments were, what is this witchcraft? Groundbreaking. WTF. So lots and it's a mixed bag of dicks when it comes to the reviews so far, but it should be released soon. So I might try it.
I'm intrigued. I'll try it once.
Yeah, I'll try it once. Yeah, I'll fuck it.
Did you say you'd fuck it?
I mean, if it bought me dinner, probably. I mean, I'm an equal opportunity fucker.
Except for you, Doug.
Oh my god! I'm pretty sure he drugged me.
Doug.
I'm pretty sure I got drugged the other night by some rando. So we're not getting there. We're not going there. Pretty sure I got drugged.
As we laugh about it.
I know. I was
Yeah,
puking.
Yeah, fuck you, Doug. All right.
Fucking Doug. Fucking Doug.
So another one that sounds like it should be from Florida, but it's actually in Washington State. I'm not gonna try. Well, I'll try to pronounce the city, but Quilcene, Quilcene.
Sure.
A woman had to get rescued by police and fire department after she dropped her cell phone and went in to get it in the toilet.
Okay.
Yeah. She fell in the toilet and got stuck and had to get rescued trying to get her cell phone.
She got stuck in a toilet? Am I hearing that correctly?
Yeah. It was actually one of the
what?
Forest like park style outhouses, like the permanent outhouses that just have the hole that you poop into and they come and they suck them out every now and again.
I'd be like, my phone's gone forever. It's gone. I'm not reaching into a fucking porta potty or an outhouse hole to grab my phone. It's dead.
So she was at the top of Mount Walker in Olympic National Forest, north of Seattle. She'd been using her phone when it fell into the toilet. She disassembled the seat and used dog leashes to try and get the phone, and eventually used the leashes to tie herself off as she reached for it. That effort failed, quote, and she fell into the toilet head first. She was quoted as saying, speaking of the leashes, they didn't work very well.
Seriously, woman?
Look, that is a direct fucking quote. She was alone and tried to get out for 10 to 15 minutes.
Sweetie, I don't think that's what they're meant for. Like,
yeah.
I think you're using it wrong.
So after about 10 to 15 minutes of trying to get out, she found her cell phone and called 911. That was a shitty call.
That's funny.
Firefighters had to pass her blocks to stand on, and then reach down with the harness used to pull her out. She was, besides just being in a crappy situation, she was uninjured. God, these
she's
puns
like,
are
and you
so
think you had a shitty day.
these puns
No
are
idea.
stupid.
I can't get a leash on
She
it.
was washed down and strongly encouraged to seek medical attention after being exposed to human waste, but she only wanted to leave, quote unquote. That's a department representative said that.
Oh my god.
Fire Chief Tim Manley said, "I've been doing this for 40 years, and that was a first.
Well, I hope so.
Hopefully, it's the
I
last."
hope so. Seriously, was
I
that in
have
Florida?
the
Where was that?
utmost
No, it was
respect
Washington.
for fire rescue,
No
EMS, first responders.
shit.
and I don't want to ever see any of them have to deal with somebody covered in poop.
Yeah, no.
I want to
No,
see
no, no.
criminals covered in poop, or
Yeah,
certain
yeah,
criminals,
yeah.
but
Oh,
I don't want to see
It,
cops and
at some
firefighters deal
point,
with it.
it's not worth it. It's not worth it, sweetie. Poor thing. And now she's gonna be the girl that dropped her phone and got stuck in the shitter forever.
She's gonna be poop phone girl.
Forever. You know she's probably local, so everyone knows her, and they're gonna be like, "Oh, there she is."
Oh, there's poop phone girl.
There's outhouse lady. Oh no, poor thing. Wait, you changed your name to Latrine? Used to be Shithouse.
If you haven't seen Robin Hood Men in Tights, that's your homework tonight.
Mel Brooks. Love Mel Brooks movies. Love Mel Brooks movies. Okay, you ready for this?
Yeah, go for it.
All right, so we're taking it to India.
Man, we are global tonight.
Oh yeah, we are. So, a man was acting suspicious through an Indian airport, and so they searched him and found over 2 pounds of gold up his butt.
Holy shit.
Yep, in capsules, like almost like pills. They were in capsules, believe it or not. And they waited. they checked the clarity of it and weighed it and all that stuff, and it's 43,000 pounds worth, like not 33, like in money. So which would be the
43,000
equivalent.
pounds money.
So
pounds.
it was over $50,000 American
So
that it was
dude
worth.
literally shit a
his
golden
butt.
brick.
Yeah, and they were like, well, basically. So apparently they said this happens pretty frequently, and they're getting more creative. Like there was one guy that his hair looked off. Turns out it was a wig, and they were using gold paste to hold on the wig, and it was 698 grams, which is what, over a pound. That's over a pound of gold paste that they use to hold the wig on. So they're getting real clever.
Why are they smuggling the gold? Where is it coming from, or where is it going to?
So the one from India, or the Indian airport, they said that he flew in, had arrived on Air Arabia flight to the city of Jaipur.
Yeah.
But that's all it said. So it didn't say where he's from. The other one, they were from Dubai going into the Indian airport.
That's
So,
crazy. Like,
I don't know. It was weird. So yeah. So apparently this is like a thing now, and they have to keep their eye out for it.
why would you smuggle gold?
It's
It's
your
something
pooper.
It's something that's so easy to carry, and nobody.
So this girl
if you
got,
carried gold, like if you just had like a
Look,
gold brick in your
don't
luggage,
be
nobody
mad.
would fucking question you.
Don't be mad that you got this girl who fell in a shitter, and I got a guy who shits gold. I'm just saying, topped you. Hey, baby, he's got a yellow brick road coming out of his ass.
That's awful. Back to Florida. I told you Florida was
Florida
really
is
nice
fucked.
to me tonight.
Florida.
So in Cocoa, Florida, I'm pretty much gonna read this one almost verbatim, paraphrased, quoting. Yeah, that's a thing. A woman was arrested after months of threatening to blow up her high schools unless the cafeteria workers started giving him more food. Yeah, she started leaving bomb threats in February. On February 3rd was the first one she left a voicemail. The 41-year-old woman was arrested on Wednesday. That's last Wednesday, and charged with making false bomb threat and disruption of a school. She didn't leave her name on the voicemail, but the school had caller ID.
Oh my God, woman. It's 2022. They're gonna find you.
Staff members listened to the message and called the police. The school was evacuated. No weapons or explosives were
I want to know
found.
the deep details of this. Is he one of those kids who's like morbidly obese and that's her precious and they're starving him even though he's eaten like 3 times as much as anybody else? Or they really just run out of food by the time he eats and he really isn't getting enough to sustain himself? You know what I mean? What are the circumstances?
Well, I think the amount of food that they're allowed to give you nowadays is much, much smaller due to stuff passed by the last administration as far as the school health guides.
Because I know that Daniel, he's
But-
in 8th grade, and 8th grade eats last in their middle school, so 6th and 7th eats before them. So by the time they eat, it's not like there's no food. It's just the options are way more limited. So there's days where he's like, I don't want fried fish. So, you know, he just eats the sides, which sucks, you know, like who the fuck is making these decisions?
I know when
But
I
I'm
was
not
in
gonna
junior high.
threaten to blow up the fucking
I know
school
in junior
over it.
high, I was tiny. Like I was one of those late bloomers. I was like super skinny, super short, like one of the shortest in the class.
Hot.
Yeah, no.
Aw, sad face.
But I had a fucking appetite. Like I'd eat like a grown ass man when I was weighing like 95 pounds. And they wouldn't allow me to go back and eat more, even if I was paying for it out of pocket. Like if I went to the snack
What?
bar, yeah, I wasn't allowed
Oh,
to buy
man.
more than one.
Yeah, we had a
'Cause
snack
I wanted
bar,
to-
and you could eat as much as you freaking
Yeah, because I would
wanted.
want to buy like 2 of the cheeseburgers and 2
Yeah.
others. Like I would. And they're
If
like,
you were
no,
paying for it at our school, they'd give
no,
you whatever you
they
want.
wouldn't let me do it.
They gave us raw cookie dough if we'd pay for it.
Maybe I should have fucking blown that place
Which
up.
now looking back, they might maybe salmonella maybe
Yeah.
a big concern
Tom-
there.
Thomas
but-
Jefferson Junior High got what it deserved because now it's fucking leveled and it's just a field. That's what you get for not giving me next
Guess
fucking
who
hamburger
won in the long run?
This
95
guy.
pounder right here.
plus 100 pounds.
Wait. Well, that's
But,
fun. That's fun. That's fun.
But yeah,
Stupid. Honestly.
yeah, but eventually, essentially, the whole thing was because her child had gotten into an argument with the cafeteria worker because he wanted more food, and they wouldn't give it to him.
So instead of going to the principal, going to the superintendent, going to the school board, she just threatens to blow up the school.
I mean, that's how you do things now.
Is it?
Apparently,
Apparently.
in Florida.
Enough said.
I don't know why I'm
Not said.
saying Florida the way I am. That Florida,
In LA. In
Florida.
Florida.
or it has that extra.
So,
syllable.
have you ever heard of this show, 90 Day Fiance?
Yep, absolutely fucking retarded.
Yeah, I've never watched it, but apparently once upon a time there's a girl named Stephanie Mato, who was engaged to a woman from Australia. So this is a woman named Stephanie here in America, engaged to a woman in Australia. Things didn't work out, but that's not the point. Now, this girl, Stephanie, is apparently famous and has like multiple websites that she's on, including on this adult website called Unfiltered. So it's not necessarily about her showing her cleavage or doing whatever. She actually farts in jars and sells them.
I've heard of that. I don't know if it's her, but I've heard of
So
girls
they-
on.
So this is the
OnlyFans doing
thing.
that shit.
She sells them for $1,000 a piece and has made in 1 month, or I'm sorry, in a 2-month time frame, she made $200,000.
How do you verify that though?
She takes videos of it for each jar and sends it to him with it. So, to increase her flatulence,
like,
she,
is she like? No. Like, it's honestly like, is she going?
yes,
That's for
She
you,
put-
Jeremy.
she
And
puts a
s-
rose.
or-
She puts a rose petal in it, and the jar's about this big. And she videotapes her farting in a jar wearing negligee and seals it up and tapes it and ships it to him.
But does she could like?
I
Is there?
don't know if she says their fucking name. Let me get to the point. So, in
Ah.
order to increase her flatulence, she went on a diet of yogurt, eggs, and beans. And she wound up in the emergency room. She wound up hospitalized because of the diet she was on. It was causing, she thought she was having a heart attack. She felt this pain shooting up from her abdomen into her chest. So, so she wound up in the hospital. And yeah, so apparently her highest gross was in December, where she was making $50,000 a week doing this.
Jesus.
Yeah. So she was so
That means 50 dudes are buying fart jars a week.
yes. Mm-hmm.
Gentlemen, you guys.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's one of you sons of bitches that are watching this or listening to this right now.
Needless to say, that put a Kobayashi, it put a wrench in her fart in a jar days.
You were gonna say Kobayashi Maru?
Yeah. There's no one won with that story. So that is a Kobayashi Maru. So her doctor said she is not allowed to do that anymore. So now she has to retire from the farting in a jar business. That's literally how they worded it. She had to retire. From
the farting in the jar business.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I'm in the wrong business. I have a college degree and I don't make $50,000 a week. I don't make 50. I make more than $50,000 a year, but still, that's the point. I had to work almost a whole fucking year to make what she made in a week farting in jars.
I have graduated from 2 separate engineering schools, and I don't make anything remotely close to what this fart lady makes.
So her claim to fame is being on 90 Day Fiance and putting herself in the hospital by farting in jars. Good for you, Stephanie. Good for you.
So, yeah. So Long Branch, New Jersey. There were volunteers that wanted to clean up the beaches on the Jersey Shore. 127-mile long coastline. They ended up picking up record numbers of trash. Awesome. It's not the trash that was picked up, but it was what the trash was. There were. See, I'm gonna skim through this because the items are strewn throughout the article, but enhancement pills, a set of braces, glow in the dark condom. I can see that. A Turkish hygiene kit or Turkish Airlines hygiene kit. They found a hunk of human hair, a full set of dentures, a thong, which means somebody went home without their bottoms.
Wait. So is the thong related to the glow in the dark condom and the chunk of hair? Because I'm creating a backstory.
It's probably used with the used Narcan kit. Narcan, it's the shit that you use for drug overdoses.
And the dentures. I think the one just had a rager. Just one party.
Several empty marijuana bags, one bullet casing, a fake eyeball. There was also a parking.
That poor girl lost her eye and her thong.
There was also a parking ticket and a lottery ticket, a glue stick, a mini fridge, a toilet brush, TV remote control, a mason jar filled with parenthesis, we hope, close parenthesis, liquor, a plastic monkey, a set of rosary beads. Somebody found a message in the bottle. We don't know what it read, although I hope it would have said "Don't litter," said the cleanup director.
Like the last one, and that goes back to the story we had last time we had this. Remember when they found that message in a bottle from 30 years prior, and it said "Don't litter." It's funny.
There's some really cool statistics that from this, though, as far as there was 82% of everything picked up was plastic, which we are a very plastic centric society.
Yeah.
So I definitely get that. There are fewer face masks found compared to the cleanup the year before, but over 3,600 discarded masks were left on the beach.
Good for you for doing something good for the environment by wearing a mask and just throwing it down.
Discarded diapers, there was 147, which is down by 41% from the years prior.
Oh, less babies.
There was 14,697 glass items, which was down 39%. Six-pack rings, there was 275 of them, which is down 27%.
Did anything go up? You keep talking about everything going down.
Condoms, 368 went down by 27%.
I'm sure they went down.
Oh my God. I didn't read this line before, but tampon applicators, nicknamed locally as Jersey Beach whistles, there was 3,211, down by 18%.
Blech.
There was a rainbow striped women's bathing suit,
That was mine.
a highway
I've never been
traffic
to
cone,
Jersey.
part of a car windshield, a check for $1, an accordion and harmonica, and a CD holder filled with entirely albums by Limp Bizkit.
Oh my God.
I shit you not.
Shut the fuck up. They're like down by 2%. I'm just kidding. Oh my God. There is a CD case filled with just Limp Bizkit CDs. Oh my God. That must have been the smallest case ever. What the fuck? Now I'm questioning all of Jersey's life choices. Thank you for that. Now I'm ready.
Yeah. So
And that's Jersey.
yep.
Well, let's go to Cape Cod, shall we? So this man named Michael Packard, he was actually off the shore of Cape Cod diving with one of his friends for lobsters. They were fishing for lobsters, but they dived down to the bottom. They grab them. First haul was very disappointing. So they dove down again around 8 a.m. He felt he was scoring the bottom in the sand trying to find lobsters and felt like something nudged him. And the next thing he knew, everything went dark. And he thought he'd gotten eaten by a shark. He's like, I'm dead. I just know it. Everything went black. And he could feel himself surrounded by something. And it was like moving, like squashing him. And he realized that he was in the mouth of a whale.
Oh, shit.
A humpback whale came and grabbed him. He spent 30 to 40 seconds in the mouth of the whale. His friend witnessed the entire thing. He saw him get chomped up and he was like, he's fucking dead. There's no way he's going to survive.
That is like the longest 30 to 40 seconds ever.
So the humpback whale is choking on him and winds up and like coughing him out and he flies out of the water. So the guy who was in the boat above him said that he just saw him shoot up and then hit the water and he was unconscious.
Because humpbacks eat like the microscopic shit, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Like they're filter feeders, right?
Yes. So what he was anyway. So they don't think he intended to eat him. They think he was trying to figure out what he was or something, but that's not the point. The point is he was fucking choking on him, spit him out of the water. He lands. He's unconscious. He's taken to the hospital with minor injuries. But it's better than that. This guy is okay, you know how you say your work is cursed? This guy's cursed. I'm just saying it. So Michael Packard has also survived a plane crash that left him marooned in a Costa Rican jungle for days until he was found. He was attacked by a great white shark and nearly got lost at open sea. So this is the fourth incident this guy has had.
Oh no, this guy
just call it quits. Let's just put him down.
No. This guy has the ultimate fucking comeback though. Some girl can be like, I've had bigger. And he can be like, bitch, I choked a whale.
Shut the fuck up. That is terrible. Oh my God.
Yep, choked a whale. Okay, I've got one more and then we gotta wrap
funny.
it up.
That is funny.
I gotta get up for work in the morning. Stupid work. So I don't know how many of you guys play the lottery, scratch offs, lottos, the drawings, whatever. Well, there's this woman. She was going to. She always plays the same numbers on the same machine. It's one of the touch machines, not going to the cash register and saying, "Hey, I want 10 quick picks."
Oh yeah. Like the kiosk ones, they have it like.
But
Walmart.
it's in Los Angeles, and she, quote, some rude person, unquote, bumped into her, causing her to accidentally push the wrong number on the machine.
Yeah.
She won $10 million.
Oh, that person was not rude. That was Jesus.
So
You're welcome.
She ended up purchasing the wrong ticket. She usually buys the cheaper ones, and she bought a $30 200 times scratcher ticket. And she won the top prize for that specific scratcher, which was $10 million.
Yeah, that was not a rude person. That was
Jesus.
That was Jesus, and
giving
he was
you what you needed in
yeah,
that moment.
Yeah.
She's using her winnings to buy a house and start a nonprofit.
for
No
her.
clue what kind of nonprofit or anything, but good for her.
Yeah,
I
that
mean,
was
she's gonna do
fate.
something.
Bitch slapping you in the right direction, lady. So don't call that person rude. They just got you fucking $10 million.
Yeah. So it wasn't a rude person, or
Nope.
maybe it was a rude person, but that was it by design.
Well, then you've won. Okay, you won.
It
twice.
was by design.
You won twice.
But as always, we thank you for showing up, listening to our shit show. Thanks to all of our sponsors, especially 5x5 Brewing. Make sure that you can go and look at all of our old episodes on YouTube and any of your favorite podcasting platforms.
Give it that Mississippi. What was it? Mississippi
Mississippi Fish Hook or something?
Yeah, meat hook.
Meat hook.
Mississippi meat hook. I don't know why I do it like this every time.
Yeah, so like and share. Thank you, Kat, for the wonderful drink tonight. It was awesome. It was the BB8 with the Ciroc Red Berry, which we are not sponsored by.
Not
It's
yet.
something we happen to have. See, next week we'll be back to being live again for the following 2 weeks, which is going to be awesome. So next week and the following week, we're going to be live for sure. Make sure you tune in. If you have any ideas for the show or any potential guests, if you want to be on the show, please reach out to us. You can email me directly at jd@getsouthpaw.com, or you can just reach out to us directly on Facebook. Make sure you start inviting friends to the Facebook page from Tales from the South, or Tales from the South.
Tales from
Southpaw's
the
Tales.
South.
You know what it is. You're fucking
Southpaw's
here.
Tales from the Barstool.
And for that reason,
He's
I'm
out.
out. Y'all have a great night. Love you guys.
All right, bye everybody.